Hello student. In today's lecture we are going to study about the approaches to the study animal behavior. This is the continuation of our last lecture. In our last lecture we have dealt with the psychological aspects of animal behavior. Yeah. So now we are in today's lecture we are going to study or emphasize on the physiological aspects of in order to or physiological approaches in studying animal behavior. Okay. So what is physiological approach? The physiological approach is also known as a biological approaches. Okay, and in this they will basically focus on the psychological relationship between our biological makeup and our behavior and their experiences. Okay, so physiological approaches is also known as a biological approach, which focuses on the relationship between biological makeup and behavior and their outcome, that is their experience. Okay, and this area of physiological approach will include a psychology also, because it will mostly deal with the our nervous system, that is the structure of our nervous system, that will include brain and the action of a chemicals and their effect. Okay, the action of chemicals, and this action of chemicals will cause a effect. Yeah, so this effect will be leads to an behavior. Okay, thus uh, hence, this physiological approach will consider the biological and a genetic makeup of a person that are fundamental to their behavior. Okay, so obviously, if it is related to the nervous system, plus thus the physiological approach will also include the genetic makeup, because our behavior is also is inheritatory, that is we are mostly like if we see ourselves with our parents, or we compare ourselves with our parents, then most of the behavior will be similar with our parents or with our relatives. Hmm? So this is how the physiological approach is like considered biology plus genetic makeup. Okay, and it also forms the part of the psychological behavior. Okay, and the most common example that determines the this um, like a physiological approach is considered as a biological plus genetic makeup of a person, plus the it is also the study of the nervous system. For example, there has been study had been taken place, and they have seen that the in this they have studied the study was carried out on the basis, that is effect of a drugs on a mood and the behavior. Okay, some neurotransmitters and all that are a drug which is given to a particular uh, person, and then the effect of that drug is observed, how the mood or how that person behaves after the uh, after the after it consumed that drug. Okay, and they also view that there has been a complex human behavior, and they will just that behavior will be outcome of a brain structure and the action of that chemical on the particular person. Okay, and there are often a psychological variables will be considered, such as how they will act alone compared to how they will be behave in a group. If that particular drug the if that particular drug is given to a particular person, okay, then what that person will do in a individually, and how it will be act in a group. Okay, so this all the studies have been taken place or carried out under the physiological approach of animal behavior. Okay, now we'll see the what are the key features of the physiological approaches are. Okay, the physiological approaches will include highly scientific approach, and this research uh, methods are scientific. Then they will also determine some physical characteristic. The genes determines physical characteristic, the interaction between those characteristics and the environment. Okay, this all has been studied under the physiological approach. Plus our genetic makeup, as I already said that most of our behavior is an outcome of our parents, yeah, or it will be similar to our parents. That is, our genetic makeup is of considerably importance in determining our individual characteristic, abilities and behavior. Yeah, then next point is our thinking, that is behavior, or our feeding habits, okay, are strongly affected by the way in which the human brain works. And even they have done a different experiment, what how the physiological or biological approach made to the psychology, or what will be the difference taken place in the psychology and the society. Okay, whereas in psychologically there has been the study has been taken place in which they have studied the methodology, uh, like using monozygotic twins. Monozygotic twins are the mono means similar, zygotic means after the sperm and ova get fused it form a zygote. Yeah, so it is monozygotic twins means identical twins. Okay, and to develop its finding, like how they are interacting with each other, what are the different, what they like, how they differed like in behavior. Okay, then under this psychologically it has been studied that behavior is influenced by the physiological processes. Okay, for example reproductive, in the mostly we consider the females one, there has been more swings during the period time, like menstruation time. Yeah, so that is the physiological processes. Okay, then it also influenced by a complex set of interaction between the genes and the environment. Okay, then there has been understanding of the other perspectives of psychology, especially conjugation. It is cognition. That is, cognition in a psychology means a mental action or the process of acquiring knowledge and the understanding through thoughts or experience or by the senses. Okay, so this all perspectives were studied under the physiological approaches. Even in as this is regarding the psychological view. Okay, now we'll see the what is the physiological approaches contributes in the society. Okay, in a society it helps in understanding the circadian rhythms. That is, when whenever part of a brain, we can through this we can understand the circadian rhythm by knowing which part of our brain and which chemical are responsible for inducing sleep. Okay, and we also know that jet lag, you know now about jet lag, that is the effect of jet lag, or how to minimize the effect of jet lag, because most of the time people are traveling from one place to another. Yeah, for example, person coming from the another continent, from African continent or from Australian continent to Asian continent, it feels jet lag. So how the brain or which part of the brain will lead to this will minimize the effect of jet lag. Okay, so we can understand by doing the physiological study. Okay. Plus another important contribution that physiological approaches lead to the animal behavior is the use of biomedical treatments. For example, there has been drugs that acts on a specific chemicals in the brain, okay, such as those responsible for the depression and all. Okay. Another is the behavioral genetics that has a strong practical application in nowadays. Okay. So this is about the physiological approaches in animal behavior. Students, did you have any questions regarding this topic? Then please let me know. Okay. Thank you.